to get over on top of Isaac so that he can secure that using the headrest. This is something we've seen before from Trey Jennings. Very experienced in combat. He's a retired mixed martial artist, and this is his 4th CarJitsu match. Now, Isaac's in a lot of trouble here. As you can see, Trey Jennings has a pistol grip here. He's got both seat belts all the way around the neck. And Isaac Smith opens the door and touches outside the car with his foot to force the restart. And that's impressive. That's a lot of presence of mind for a new guy. But again, Isaac Smith, for those of you who don't know him, he is a gamer. We're very excited to have him here at CarJitsu Championship. Trey Jennings, of course, is a stalwart here. Jennings goes right back to the same routine. Now Isaac Smith is stuck inside the shoulder strap, and Jennings is now in full mount, and that's going to be a difficult position for Isaac Smith to get out of. At CarJitsu Championship, you can open the door and force the reset only once per round, so Smith is in trouble.
Reset. What's up?
Oh, and we've got an issue here. Isaac Smith's left foot has just completely jammed through the console of the car and is now inside the controls. About the shin down to the ankle is completely engulfed in plastic. Holy smokes. You can barely see here at the bottom in the middle of your screen there, Isaac Smith looks to push off on that center console, and the entire thing gives, and you can see the hole there. They've got a little bit of gaff tape here, but we're going to get right back to it. 2 minutes left in round 1. And one look of the face of Trey Jennings, and you can see he realizes he's in a fight. This time Isaac Smith knows he needs to get out of the car, get out of the seat, and he's out quickly. Now Trey is in a lot of trouble. Isaac is a very skilled grappler. He's a very good wrestler, and his top pressure is intense. So Trey now tries to grab a guillotine or a front headlock, and he's holding on for dear life here. He needs to win this first round. Inside the car, 88 degrees. It is incredibly hot in the car during the matches, and both of these guys are looking to move to the back seat. Trey's reaching down, trying to lean the seat back, but at the same time, he's in a little bit of danger here. Isaac just, oh my gosh, Isaac just spins back, takes the back, and immediately submits Trey Jennings. And I don't know if you heard, but inside the car there, Trey just said, hey, you joker. I'm not sure if Isaac Smith was sandbagging during that first round or not, but that was an incredibly quick turnaround. Isaac slipped out, spun to the back, and within 2 seconds, RNC. Now, no break between rounds here, so we're just going to go ahead and buckle up and restart in round 2. Trey Jennings will need a submission in round 2 to force this match into the back seat for a third round. All right, now both competitors try to get out of the seat quickly, but this time it's Isaac Smith. Quick hips. He's now pushed Trey. Holy smokes, Trey Jennings is now smashed. Oh my gosh! Isaac Smith with one of the fastest submissions we've ever seen. Wow!
Hey, good round.
Unbelievable. Isaac Smith immediately takes mount, smashes Trey Jennings between the seats, and then just pressures the throat for the tap. Wow. We're lucky to have Lucky as tonight's sponsor. With 0 sugar and 5 super ingredients, it's got 200 milligrams of caffeine, so you can continue creating your own luck in life. Find them at luckybevco.com.
Well, there you go, brother. Yes, Isaac Smith, dominating form. When the restart happened, you just took control. What happened? What do you think?
The first little scramble we had, I figured out the seatbelt was a lot more trouble than I was realizing. We came back from the break. I was only worried about getting the seatbelt off. And like I told y'all, just a dog.
Damn right you're a dog. You got a good start, got on top, the dominate position, and just won to fight. You got anybody out there you want to thank?
Nope.
Nah.
Let's take a spin. You ready?
Let's take a spin. Here you go. Celebrate with your Lucky Energy drink. Have fun tonight.
Yes, sir.
My name is Jack Hwitt. I'm from Springfield, Missouri. I train out of Team Fusion MMA and martial arts. I'm a AT&T store manager, and I have 3 cats. I've been grappling for about 6 years, 4 years in high school, and then about 2 years of extra jiu-jitsu and MMA, just mixing it all together. Some of the best memories and proudest moments of my career come from the jiu-jitsu tournaments I've recently competed of. The last 3, I've been able to go undefeated and sweep the entire bracket. I've heard about CarJitsu Championship through a couple of my friends like Brian Ramirez and Jonathan Chambers. It's also blowing up everywhere, so you should definitely go check it out. I think my style will help me in many ways. I'm really aggressive. I'm ready to get after it. I think the length of my arms will definitely play a factor as well. If I had to think of my luckiest moment, I would probably think back to on a cruise ship when I won $1,000 off a 30-cent bet and then blew it all right afterwards. I'm really excited to get after it. Vincent's a nice guy. We're going to have a really good time, and it's going to be fun.
Got ourselves a D1 wrestler here in Vincent Bryant, and we're off. And it looks like Vincent Bryant's just going to go ahead and slide on over and take the back. He's going to fold this guy in half and try to get this guillotine. Reach over here and grab this shoulder strap. He's going to wrap it around the throat. Okay.
First time in the car, but looks like he knows what he's doing.
So this may be the end of the match.
My name is Vincent Bryant. I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas, and I'm a wrestler. I've been wrestling for about 6 years, and I've done jiu-jitsu for about 1. I wrestled Division I for about a year, and I have won multiple national tournaments in high school, and I'm currently a 3-0 MMA fighter. I heard about CarJitsu Championship from my friend Pilar. I saw her compete, and I thought it'd be fun to try. I think my intensity and wrestling background will help me with just dominating the performance like I've always done. I would say my luckiest moment was joining the wrestling team because I never really did sports, and it was just a whim that I started, and it's changed my life. I hope you get a good night's sleep. You'll need it.
All right, I'm very excited about tonight's third match. Jack Hwitt, a 6'6" purple belt, comes highly touted. And of course, Vincent Bryant, I know him well. This is going to be a match. All right, Jack, surprisingly, out of the seatbelt first. And he's got his massive frame all the way over into the driver's seat. And Vincent Bryant is in an adverse position. Just spent a week with Vincent Bryant in Los Angeles, testing one of these new creations I've got called Coffin Wars. PLN hosted a 4-man tournament at the Kai Sinet Mansion, and Vincent Bryant was the winner of that tournament. Coffin Wars, another sport coming soon from PLN. Now you can see right now, already Vincent Bryant is attacking the left arm of Jack Hwitt. Now Jack's got to keep that left arm inside. He can grab his pants for assistance, his own pants, but he cannot grab his rash guard. So as long as he can keep that arm tucked in. Oh, and it's now out. This is a bad situation. Vincent's going to wrap that back up and probably finish the match with it. Okay, he's let it go. Oh, no, he's got it. It's a bad situation for Jack, but Jack's a good grappler. He's gamey, and he's probably going to have no problem defending that. He'll just use the roof of the car. It's a difficult thing here. When you're used to competing on a flat surface, inside the car there are many, many variables that you may not think about when preparing for your debut. A good look at the hair of Jack Hwitt. One of the best kept secrets was the hair. During the interviews he had it tucked away, but tonight during the match it's on full display. Beautiful, beautiful silky hair. As you look at the hair, look down around the neck, and you'll see that Vincent Bryant is trying to kill him in the front seat. And he's in a bad spot here. You've got a Division I wrestler. Oh, and he's out. Vincent Bryant lets go of the choke. He's now let go of 2 submissions. He was in a dominant position twice, and now he's being smashed into the driver's side door. Jack Hwitt, fantastic guy, great interview, but also a massive, massive grappler. His 6'6" frame is a skilled frame, and if he can use it effectively in the car, he could be a problem at CarJitsu. Okay, Vincent Bryant's trying a little bit of a strange attack here. He's trying to sort of change body position to move that seatbelt across the carotid of Jack. Now, Jack's got wrist control, and on the far side, it looks like he's got the seatbelt looking to attack. He's going to pass that seatbelt over to the left hand. And with 30 seconds left in the first round, Vincent Bryant's going to go ahead and attack that left arm again. And that's probably how we're going to end the first round, with no submission. Both of these gentlemen are very active in competition. Okay, now that left arm is in jeopardy here. But there's a lot of shoulder pressure here from Jack. And that's going to be the end of round one. No submission, so no winner. A little bit of respect between competitors, and now they're immediately going to switch seats for round two. No break.
Yeah, just pull it up best you can where it pops.
This Toyota Scion is taking a beating. All season we've used this Scion, and we've had to continually reinforce the seat, and it looks like the driver's side headrest is probably a goner. Our lead official, Kyron Bowen's going to take a look at it here, make sure it's safe, and then we'll continue the match. Good look at the face of Vincent Bryant. Very intense competitor. He's competed for PLN in Guerrilla Games, Coffin Wars, and he's now 1-0 with CarJitsu, hoping to become 2-0 tonight.
Going into the second, no subs.
Second 3-minute round. Again, I'd like to point out the beautiful hair of Jack Hwitt. And we're off. Immediately into dogfight position. And this time it's Jack that's going to attack the rear side arm. And Vincent's just going to go ahead and pressure him the same way he was being pressured in round one. Vincent Bryant, strong grappler. He's a wrestler, jiu-jitsu practitioner, and fighter, so he does have all of the components that it takes to become a champion at CarJitsu Championship. He competed against our current champion, Zach Moore, last week in Los Angeles, defeated him at Coffin Wars, but it was a beautiful battle, and if you get a chance to see it, please check it out. It's on all of the Pro League Network social media. But in the meantime, we've got a little bit of a boring scrap here. Both of these guys jerking on each other's arms, and it looks like Vincent Bryant still looking at that left arm.
Pause, guys, time, headrest.
Oh, and the officials have paused the action here. And it looks like the pressure of Vincent Bryant has snapped the metal from the headrest behind the driver's seat. So these guys are going to take a little break here while we make sure there's a safe fighting environment. And when in doubt, duct tape. Good shot of the action from that second round. You can see here that the pressure of these two grapplers has completely destroyed the front seat, and you can see there was no choice but to stop the round at the 2-minute and 4-second mark. Now that we're safe, let's go. A little bit of a headbutt there from Vincent Bryant. And now we're in a situation where Vincent is now just shoving his crotch into the face of Jack Hwitt. Jack's now going to shove his face back into the crotch. Interesting attack. I tell you what, the long arms of Jack Hwitt he's really resilient. He's got great defense. Usually longer guys like that have a difficult time in confined spaces. But Jack Hwitt, oh no, Jack's in a bad spot. Wow. Vincent Bryant, one of the most creative grapplers we've seen in the car, putting his foot up on the dash for leverage. And Jack's going to escape here. Jiu-jitsu's a game of inches at any moment here. Vincent Bryant could finish this choke, but he could also attack that left arm. It's just wide open, and he opts to go for the left arm, and he accidentally puts Jack Hwitt in a dominant position. And now, and he's taken the back of Hwitt outside of the car. And of course, Hewitt's going to reach down with his massive arms and touch the mat outside and force the reset. A lot of gamesmanship in this match, and a lot of hair. Previously at CarJitsu Championship, it was Vincent Bryant who had the best hair. Jack Hwitt is all over his ass in the hair department. And the dogfight continues. There's 1 minute left in round 2. One of these two gentlemen needs to submit the other, or we will go to a third round in the back seat. Hwitt's looking to secure a Darce choke here, and he's been foibled. I tell you, the top pressure of Vincent Bryant is immense. It's incredible. But Jack's got a great defense. He's got long enough arms that he can still threaten. Oh, my gosh. And now Vincent Bryant's got his feet on the opposite side of the car. He's now transitioned him to the passenger seat, but he's using pressure against the head of Jack Hwitt. We've seen this before. Our lead official, Kyron Bowen, competed last week in Los Angeles and submitted his opponent with a forehead to the temple. And it looks like Brian was going for that same submission, but he's going to fail. And that's going to be the end of regulation.
We're going to the back seat.
And as you can hear, Kyron Bowen, our lead official, is commanding both of these competitors into the back seat. And there will be no seatbelt used here in the back seat. They will start free and clear. This will be a 3-minute round. If there is no submission, then we will immediately go to sudden death, and the first point scored will be the winner. It is nearing 90 degrees in the car. The back seat has no ventilation. It's absolutely miserable, and you can probably see that by the hair of Jack Hwitt. And this is it. This is for all the marbles. Both competitors trying to get bottom position. Jack dives at the legs of Vincent Bryant, and of course Vincent, unable to sprawl in the back seat, is going to have to get creative with his takedown defense. Jack's got both legs trying to pinch the knees together, and Vincent's just going to hug him over the top here and use the top of the car to defend. Very impressive debut from Jack Hwitt. Definitely going to invite him back to CarJitsu Championship regardless of this fight, but he is in the fight, and if he can get top position here, he's going to have a clear advantage in round 3. Getting top position on Vincent Bryant is easier said than done. Vincent Bryant, strong man, and probably pretty upset about the hair. All right, Vincent's going to take the back here, and this is wrestling versus jiu-jitsu, but he's going to try to finish with a rear naked choke, and he does it. Now Jack tapped awful quickly. That's probably due to the fact that both of these gentlemen are physically exhausted, and it is miserably hot inside the car. Great match, Jack Hwitt, but our winner, Vincent Bryant. Why is it called Lucky Energy? Simple. The founder survived a plane crash that killed 136 people. He's a lucky man, and he's passing the luck to you at luckybevco.com.
Wow, brother. Excellent match. Kept the pressure on. You guys were very evenly matched, but in the end, you took over. What do you think?
I mean, that's an amazing competitor. I knew it was going to be tough just by how nice he was. The nice guys are always the ones that bring it the hardest in the competition. And he's a wrestler, very good wrestler. Had nothing but nice things to say before, and he's just a fantastic competitor. He's going to do good here.
Well, good job. I expect we'll see you again soon. Anybody out there you want to thank?
I want to thank PLN, JT Tilley, and of course the legendary Mark Coleman. So I just thank you guys for letting me come out here.
Here you go. Have yourself a Lucky Energy drink. Enjoy your night.
I appreciate it.
Buckle up. Hands down. Hajime.
And this main event is underway. White immediately goes on the offensive just to be met by Ground Shark with a Darce attempt. Here we go. Look what's happening now. He's going to pull it out the back seat. He's got it cinched in, and there's a tap. Ground Shark now becomes the top contender at middleweight here at CarJitsu Championship. Oh, no.
Hands on your lap. Hajime.
All right, Mark, the main event has begun. It's Zach Moore in the white. Wow. Zach already had the neck. It was a bad situation.
He's a killer.
Listen to these guys breathing. Oh, my gosh.
First point wins. Let's go. Who wants it?
The back is taken.
There
Zach
it is.
Moore's got the back. Okay, got a neck crank. I love it. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Zach Moore. I'm the middleweight CarJitsu Championship champion. I've got some kids and a wife, and I love Jesus. I've been grappling on and off for the last 8 years and wrestling even longer. You know, winning MMA championships, CarJitsu championships, AGF championships, and the belt says it all. I'm a wrestler. You know, we smash everything. Anything in our way, we smash it. My luckiest moment is my kids and wife. My opponent's Ground Shark, and he's finished every opponent. And I'm no 3-second man. I'm not finishing this time. I'm here to avenge my boy Carrom, man. You can't do him like that on television, man. Got your back, Carrom.
Since we began testing CarJitsu back in 2021, I have not been more excited about a matchup than I am this one. It's the top contender Ground Shark on your right and the undisputed champion Zach Moore in the passenger seat. And the first thing you'll notice is there's a lot less urgency getting out of the seatbelt here in round one than you've seen in the earlier matches tonight. And that's because Ground Shark is an assassin with his Darce choke, and Zach Moore knows this. You can see those of you that train jiu-jitsu or are adept at the art form will notice there's already been 2 setups for the Darce choke by Ground Shark, and he's looking at another one right now. Zach Moore knows to prepare for the Darce. Ground Shark has finished all 3 of his opponents at CarJitsu with that same finishing move, and he's looking for it again. Zach Moore's told me earlier today that his game plan is to just milk the clock. He wants to get top position. He wants to just grind on Ground Shark for 3 rounds and then score the first point in sudden death to retain the title. It looks like his game plan is working so far, but we're just 1 minute into this 2-round scheduled fight. Ground Shark got a little sloppy there with his left arm, and Zach wanted to threaten for a moment, and immediately Ground Shark pivots. Ground Shark, 2-stripe brown belt. Zach Moore, a white belt. There's a huge gap in the jiu-jitsu knowledge between these 2 competitors, but there's also a huge gap in wrestling ability, and that's where Zach Moore has the opportunity to upset Ground Shark for the first time here tonight. The top pressure of Zach Moore is incredible. He's pushing down with his hips. He's got chest pressure, and he's smashing Ground Shark into that driver's side door. He wants to push that left knee down so that he can go ahead and drag his right knee up and mount Ground Shark. There's a chance to finish the match if he's able to do that. Oh, and look here. Crafty guy, Zach Moore. He's got the back of Ground Shark's neck over the door, and he's using shoulder pressure to try to force the choke. And Ground Shark says, no, no, no. He says, don't try that on me. And now Zach Moore is going to back off and probably re-engage quite quickly here.
Where you going? Get back here.
All right, Ground Shark says, come back here, come and fight. But I hardly believe that's what he wants. I think Ground Shark would far prefer to be in the back seat where there's more room to work.
Keep it up, keep it up.
But Zach Moore's controlling round one. And so far, sticking with his game plan. 30 seconds remain. He's going to try that choke again. He's got the back of Ground Shark's neck over the side of the door, and he's using head, neck, and arm pressure to try to force the choke. But Ground Shark's just a little bit too skilled for something like that. These guys having some words between the two of them. They're both friendly competitors. But neither one of them have any intention of losing this match. 3 seconds left in round one, and what that means is there's no clear winner, which means we will now switch seats and immediately start the second round without a break. That was a great match. That was a great round for our champion, Zach Moore. But in the end, the defense of Ground Shark has kept this match even. Now our officials are going to take another look at the car here. Earlier tonight, one of our competitors' left foot went through the center console. And in another match, we lost the driver's side headrest. But the car is holding up, and it's going to be tested. All right, Zach's just informing Ground Shark that there's no headrest in the back there. I think Ground Shark was aware, but that's a very considerate thing for a guy who's going to just try to smash you. All right, this time a little bit more urgency. Zach Moore tries to close the distance quickly. He's got an underhook, and he's trying to smash Ground Shark into the back seat. Now, Ground Shark will gladly go to the back seat, but he's going to try to smash Zach back first. He wants to be on top. Now, it looks like he's going to try to wrap that Darce up again, and oh my goodness, he's going to threaten the Darce, but it looks like Zach's onto him. A little bit of a fight here, and Zach scrambles into mount and now presses Ground Shark into the back seat. This is a big moment. Ground Shark now underneath Zach Moore. He needs to get out from between the seats. He needs to get his hips into the back seat so that he can fight. All of the weapons that Ground Shark will have in the back seat will involve his legs, and okay, he's done it. Ground Shark's pulled his knees up. He's moved himself completely into the back seat, and here comes more to follow. It is now 90 degrees inside this car. It is absolutely miserable. There's no ventilation in the back seat, and there is no way of opening the door to reset. So this fight is absolutely brutal at this point. We're in round two, less than 2 minutes remain, and Ground Shark is now looking for a try. He's looking for anything that he can do. He's getting his hips up as high as possible. We're probably going to see a triangle attempt at some point, but he would much rather take the back. Ground Shark, very, very methodical, very patient, and as you can see, he's in great shape here. No injuries. He's not in trouble. He's just being smashed, and that's what Zach Moore does. Just over a minute left in the second round. If we get to the end of the second round without a submission, that means there's no clear winner, and we'll move to the back seat for round three. All right, baseball bat choke attempt from Zach Moore, and Ground Shark says, well, that's not going to happen. But now Zach's going to go ahead and pressure some more.
1 minute, guys, 1 minute.
Now, he's feigning a few attempts here, but keep in mind, Zach Moore wants to finish this fight after 3 rounds in sudden death. He wants to go 9 minutes with Ground Shark and possibly more. Ground Shark obviously wants the finish, and at any point in this match, Ground Shark is very, very dangerous. Look at his face. He doesn't see himself as being in trouble at all in this situation. But, of course, no one's fished out the seatbelt yet.
No.
And he just told Zach no. Very congenial, both of these competitors. This is your typical wrestler versus jiu-jitsu matchup. And it's going to end, like many of them do, with no clear winner after 2 rounds. Zach Moore going just in the direction that he intended. Ground Shark still looking for an opening.
First dominant position wins. Knee on belly. Mount. Full mount. Getting past the guard.
Our lead official, Kyron Bowen's explaining to these gentlemen that there will be no seat belts as we start the third round. And at the end of the third round, if there is no submission, we will immediately transition into sudden death, where the first point scored wins the match. And that's exactly what the plan is for Zach Moore, who just asks specifically once again, the first point wins the match. And Mr. Bowen says yes. And we're off. All right, so Zach Moore out quickly. Very fast hips. He's immediately on top of Ground Shark, who isn't going to give it up that easily in the back seat, contrary to what you may have heard. All right, Ground Shark's going to push the head down of Zach. He's going to try to get himself into a position where he can threaten with that darce again, and here it comes. Okay, and Zach's out. Fantastic match. These guys are absolutely exhausted, but they're both in great shape. So we're probably going to see a good 2 minutes of action here unless Ground Shark can take the back, get to the side, or somehow threaten with his hips. And right now, Zach Moore's got complete control of the situation here. But do not give up on Ground Shark. Ground Shark is one of the most inventive CarJitsu athletes in the entire world, and he's a trendsetter. Listen to the breathing. These are two elite athletes. They're both physically exhausted. And you could hear a pin drop in this room right now. We've got an entire warehouse full of jiu-jitsu athletes who have been chomping at the bit to see this main event all evening, and there's not a sound. This is a game of inches here. Ground Shark's looking at the camera as if to say, I'm okay, but his left arm is being jerked on quite a bit by Zach Moore. Zach's making his way to the back here. This is not something that Ground Shark wants to risk. Zach Moore on your back is not a good position. Ground Shark can threaten from literally any other position, but if Zach Moore gets to the back, this match is all but over. Ground Shark very relaxed. He knows what he's doing, but he's just inches away from a bad situation. This is the World CarJitsu Championship. These two gentlemen have earned their spot at the top of the rankings, and this is anybody's match. Someone will leave this car as the middleweight champion, and it's hard to forecast who that will be. Right now, I would say the slight edge goes to Zach Moore. In 30 seconds, he will have an opportunity to gain mount, knee on belly, or take the back of Ground Shark, and he will immediately win the match. Ground Shark knows this, and so he's looking to make a move very, very soon. Let's keep our eyes on him here. His left arm's being jerked on quite a bit. But now expect to see Zach Moore move himself into position to score this point. This was his plan. Let's see if it works.
Position wins. If you get past the legs, you need to secure a side controller.
Both of our officials are staring in the windows from either side of the car, both high-level grapplers themselves. The first man to score a point here is going to be the champion. And Ground Shark's pivoting here. He's making some moves. Ground Shark's put himself in a position where he'll be hard to score on, but Zach Moore's grinding. Head pressure from Zach Moore. He's got a hold of the back of the seat.
Yeah.
And these guys are absolutely exhausted. 10 minutes now with no break inside of a 91-degree vehicle. All right, and in this moment, Zach has just gained the upper hand. Ground Shark is very difficult to score on. Nice long legs. He can pull them up and defend. He can get the butterflies quickly. Very quick hips. He's going to go outside of the car. He's trying to open the door. He's trying to get away. There are no leg locks allowed in CarJitsu Championship, so he knows that he's safe. Wow. Ground Shark makes his way out the window to reset. He's gotten stuck here inside the seat.
There you go. I couldn't lift it.
Okay. Wow, I've never seen anything like that before in all of the years that we've been doing CarJitsu, but Ground Shark's crafty. He takes advantage of a technicality in the rules here, and we are in sudden death, and he's going to have a restart.
Back in the first dominant position wins.
If you've been watching CarJitsu Championship for a while, you'll know that was a legendary decision, and that worked out well for him. The title is on the line. It's anyone's match at this point. The first point scored will win. Let's go. And we're off. Zach Moore gets the upper hand. Pressure, pressure, pressure. He's transitioning to the back, and he's looking for mount. One knee behind, one knee in front, and a lot of pressure. Unfortunately, Ground Shark cannot force another restart. Only one per round, and so he's going to have to pull something out. It almost looked like a tap. It looks like we're going to continue here. Ground Shark's in okay position, but he's got to keep his hips in the right spot or he's going to get scored on right here. Zach Moore looking for mount. Zach Moore trying to keep his belt. He's in mount. He's getting the 3 count. And Zach Moore is the winner of the match and still the middleweight world CarJitsu champion. Unbelievable match by both competitors. Wow. Wow. Congratulations to both men on a great fight. But we're going to have Ground Shark go to the medical area. And Zach Moore is now going to have his post-fight interview with Mark the Hammer Coleman. Tonight's sponsor, Lucky Energy, is taking over the internet, bringing entertainment and an amazing energy drink that people are raving about. Deals on their site and Amazon. Go there now.
There you go, brother.
I think that's yours.
Hey,
Here's your Lucky Energy drink.
y'all see it. Lucky's what got me through it, man.
Very strategic match, both highly skilled, but your wrestling and quickness got on top and dominated the positioning the whole fight.
Man, I've always told everybody this. You know, I get a lot of questions of kids. You know, hey, should I take wrestling first or jiu-jitsu first? And I tell them every time, wrestling, man. The dominant position wins every time.
Yes, sir, you got that right. But anybody out there you want to thank?
My wife, my kids. I'm glad my boy came with me. Thanks, Carrom Bowen, for getting into it. Thanks for JT for throwing it. Mark, of course, you, man. Thanks to the camera crew, everybody, man.
You're welcome. You enjoyed it tonight. You earned it. Keep working hard, and we'll see you next time.
Sure. Appreciate it, Mark.
Excellent.
That's wrestling.
Well, friends, CarJitsu 14 is in the books, and what an incredible night of grappling we have witnessed. Congratulations to all 4 of tonight's winners, but big congratulations goes to the World CarJitsu Champion, Zach Moore. Another fantastic performance from the Oklahoma wrestler. From everyone here at Pro League Network, my name is JT Tilley, and you've been watching CarJitsu Championship. Hajime. Smiley looks okay. Smiley training in Fulton, Missouri with Biscuit. Biscuit is a veteran slapper here at SlapFIGHT Championship. And you can definitely see the improvement in Smiley since he first made his debut, Mark.
Everybody tucking their chin nowadays. Smiley.
There's your windup.
Bam.
Oh, and he almost completely misses, just fingertips to the chin.
He looked good backstage. Slammer looked great. He'll get that lined up.
Okay, we've got a penalty here. We're going to have a warning for stepping. So Smiley has one warning for stepping. If he steps again during this contest, he will lose a turn. In the corner of Senpai Spanky, legendary slapper Frank the Tank. And in the corner of Smiley, his teammate, Firecracker. Mark Spanky's got 29 amateur MMA fights under his belt. That's what he told me.
Well, let's see if that helps him out. But did he win them?
I didn't ask. I didn't ask. It was his last fight was in 2014, and for the last several years he's been just working on his slapping. And this is his second slap here ever.
Bam.
Okay, now these don't sound like slaps. These sound like clubs, but okay, we're gonna have a stepping warning. This is
but not a club.
Yeah, this is a shock here. It really did sound like a club, but Dallin Getling is watching. He's going to give a quick explanation here and make sure that Spanky's not leading with the heel bone of his hand. We are in an undisclosed location, Slap Fight Championship, 39 young guns. This is a fun little card. We've got a lot of newcomers looking to earn a contract with the promotion, and we've got some veterans here that are looking to pull a win together for themselves. Oh, now that was a good slap. Fantastic. Good technique. And right now, it's anybody's match, Mark.
And both chins look very solid. Who fouls? Can't foul. Close call here.
Yeah, it's a tough situation here for Senpai Spanky. He's been warned unofficially about clubbing, told not to lead with the heel of his hand. And he's got one official warning for stepping. So he's going to need to put this together. And I know he's done the homework.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, it was definitely a slap.
That looks solid.
Yeah, it's an interesting. Oh, no. All right, we're going to have a penalty here. We've got a penalty, and that means that Senpai Spanky is going to lose a turn, and that's a tough situation here.
Senpai knows he's watched every slap fight there is to watch. I didn't think he was going to foul tonight. That's going to be costly.
Yeah, Senpai Spanky will now sacrifice his 4th round slap. And what that means is now Smiley's going to have his 3rd round and his 4th round in a row. And that's a huge advantage here if he can connect. In the background, you can see Classic, Lizard, Fei-Fo. A lot of slappers out specifically to watch this match. In fact, I don't think anyone's in the backstage area.
1.
And here we go.
2, 3.
Solid.
Oh, that was a great slap. And in the end there, Senpai, just at the very last second, he ducked his head and made that just a little bit less of a fun slap for him. But he's got 60 seconds here to clear his cobwebs and step back to the barrel, and he's going to probably use his experience here and take all 60 of these seconds. No visible signs of wear on Smiley. Can't really get a good look here at Senpai Spanky. But it looks like we very, very well may see him step back to the barrel. Okay, and here he is. Spanky's been contacting Slap Fight Championship for the better part of a year now, looking for an opportunity, and he jumped at this opportunity tonight. Oh, that was a close one. That might have been a flinch.
Missed on that a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe because of the flinch.
Lead official Dallin Getling, somewhat of a TV dad here. He's just going to give him a stern talking to, Mark, and he's not going to call a penalty here. But we're stepping into the 5th round, and now Senpai Spanky's going to get another slap. And one thing I'm noticing in this particular match is that Smiley is really, really anticipating these slaps. He's nervous,
yes.
He's shaking, he can't stay still. If I were a judge, that would factor into me.
Yes, he's moving around tonight.
The problem here is that
he's got a totally different stance. His chin's tucked different. So it's
a big difference. But the problem here is that Spanky has lost a turn, and so something very dramatic is going to have to happen in order for him to be able to pull off a win here.
Probably needs a knockout.
Spunky guy, man, he's got some good technique. Hopefully we'll see him again.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, that was a good slap. Wow.
He said 4 solid slaps, but 1 short.
Spanky took this fight on 2 days' notice. This fight originally was booked as the Extinguisher versus Smiley. They were going to face off tonight, and the Extinguisher is no longer on the card, and so now we've got Senpai Spanky, and so far so good with this kid.
2, 3.
Yeah, that's a good shot, and he eats it. Got a nice chin. He does know the game. Showing his inexperience just a little bit here. You can't see him on camera, but he's walking around over there feeling and rubbing on his face and showing that hurt. And you don't want to show that to the judges, Mark. Definitely want to go ahead and take those with a straight face.
Fake it.
Frank the Tank encouraging Senpai Spanky to take all 60 seconds.
I don't like that, personally.
All right, Smiley looks a little frightened here.
1, 2, 3.
All right, I'll tell you what, that looked like a punch, but I'm not so sure that wasn't because there was a flinch. Yeah, there it is. It's going to be a flinching warning. It looked like a punch, but I think a lot of that was due to Smiley just anticipating the slaps, Mark. Now, at this point, Smiley has probably done enough to win the judge's decision, but it wouldn't take much more than a knockdown for Senpai Spanky to steal the fight in my estimation. But right now, with him losing that turn, I would say Smiley does have the edge here, but he's just showing so much fear of the slap that it might factor. And fix his quaff here. And look at his extension there. He's definitely been working on his technique. Okay, another great slap.
Walking back.
He's making a dent in his opponent here, but his opponent's got a great chin.
Definitely needs a knockdown here, at least, to be in this fight.
Yeah, I would say you're right. I think this is all we need here is for Smiley to make it to the end of the match, and most likely this is going to be his fight. Not his best performance, but sometimes it's just about getting the dub. And for Smiley, this would give him 2 in a row. That'd be a win streak, and he can build from there. But there's a little bit more here. There's one more slap from Senpai Spanky, and he's going to put everything he's got here because he's got to know he's down on the scorecards. And look at the determination on his little face. Here we go.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, and he's really put together some good slaps here, but Smiley's going to eat that one, and he's going to
show that pain.
Oh, no. We're going to have a stepping violation here, and that means, it's a penalty. So what that means now is that even though this is a 7-round match, that means that Smiley will have another shot here. And that's a tough situation because already Smiley's done enough to win the fight, but now he's going to have 2. And that's just been explained to him. So this
little bit of payback right here.
I think if you're Smiley at this point, you have the opportunity to just kind of dial back your power. I think he may have an injury to his jaw here. He looks like he's nursing it. Maybe it's a tooth. But at this point, just a couple of clean, soft slaps, and you're going to win the fight. But these are young guys, Mark, and he may want to hurt this guy. Let's see. No.
Yep.
Oh, no. He babied him. He babied him.
But you never know what the judges are thinking.
Very fair official, Dallin Getling. He just wanted to make sure that there wasn't a discrepancy there before moving on. And there you have it. That was a nice little back and forth. There's a battle of wills. And Senpai Spanky has made his Slap Fight Championship debut. He goes 8 slaps from Smiley and stays on his feet. And unfortunately, his penalties are going to be his downfall.
But he's got to go back to Michigan, poor guy.
He does. But I tell you what, that was a fun fight. And for the fans of Senpai Spanky, I don't think they're going to be disappointed.
Smiley!
Don't go anywhere, man. Stay right there for me. There's your beautiful medal. Come up here. Let's talk to the people.
Yeah.
Smiley, new guy.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now you got a unique stance. Has your stance changed a little bit on the receiving end? It seems like it's gotten wider.
Oh yeah. The wider it is, the more I feel like I get like suspension with the slap. You see what I'm saying? Whenever it tosses me over, I still got good balance to come back up. You know what I'm saying? But it was a great fight.
Right.
Like I really enjoyed getting him in the door. Hopefully he comes back. And fights somebody else.
Well, you guys, right at the beginning, you guys had like offsetting stepping violations
Yeah.
and got close on a couple, So but it seems like you corrected it about halfway through. You think you got a hold of it there?
Oh yeah, I'm a little disappointed that it happened at all. Honestly, it never happens in training, but yeah. I mean, I'm glad that I pulled it together. Got it in there and brought the home win for Biscuit.
You got it, Team Biscuit. Once again, your winner, Smiley.
All right, I'm here with Boston Slappa, not Slapper, Slappa. That's Boston, right?
Yep, got to get rid of the R.
All right, obviously you're from Boston, and what's your combat sports background?
I dabbled a little bit in underground fighting in my house from a small town of Merrimack, Mass, East Coast. Yeah, I'm just here to have some fun. A buddy of mine.
Can you elaborate a little bit on that? Dabble a little bit with as much as you can. As much as you can.
We would all fill up in my house and beat the crap out of each other and have fun doing it.
Okay. So were gloves involved?
Yes, of course. Safety first. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if I believe him. It sounds like a Fight Club type of a thing.
No, we don't talk about Fight Club. We don't talk about Fight Club.
Yes. Were gloves always involved?
Always involved, sir.
Okay. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha. All right. And so what brought you to the slapping?
I found myself in a DG warehouse in the middle of MO, and my guy Biscuit, James, he got me involved. Said, hey, why don't you get some aggression out in life? And I said, why not?
Right on. So you gave the slapping a try. You want to make this a little bit long term?
Yeah, I want to make this a thing.
Okay.
I think this gives me something to do.
All right. So motivation for a win, right?
Motivation.
And you're going to be going against Classic Lizard. You know anything about him?
I saw a couple videos. I don't know, not bad for an amateur fight, just to get me into the zone and feel what it's about.
Good first time?
Exactly.
First time fight, you think?
Yeah, I think it'll be a good first time. Hopefully I see him. I haven't got to see him yet.
Yeah, he hasn't been here. He'll be here.
Okay, I hope so.
All right. Well, good luck.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt and retired Muay Thai fighter Classic Lizard returns tonight at SlapFIGHT Championship. The Lizard debuted at Onslaught, losing to Slap Kage, but returned last month to compete in PLN's Slap Poker. With newly refined skills, Classic Lizard is looking for his first win tonight at Young Guns.
The following contest is a middleweight matchup scheduled for 7 rounds. Introducing first, representing Team Biscuit. From Merrimack, Massachusetts, he weighs in at 203 pounds, Boston Slapper. His opponent donning the black jersey, weighing in at 204 pounds, from Raven Den, Arkansas, Classic Lizard.
Watch that cord, okay, buddy? I'm coming behind you.
And as always, our lead official, Dallin Getling. And Mark, Classic Lizard coming in, he's 0-1, and he also suffered a loss recently at Slap Poker, which doesn't officially go on his record. It's an exhibition. But this is his third time slapping. The Boston Slapper, part of Team Biscuit, and definitely got a little bit of a height advantage here, but they came in at about 2 pounds difference. So anybody's game here. The odds are pretty even. Boston Slapper versus Classic Lizard.
Yeah, it's very evenly matched. Classic Lizard did look good hitting the pad backstage. I was pretty impressed. He's been practicing.
Yeah, Classic Lizard, he's a lifetime martial artist. He loves the slap fighting game. He's just gotten involved with us in 2024. And so far, very popular with the guys here, but haven't had a single firefight just yet. So maybe tonight. All right, the Boston Slapper has won the coin toss, and here's his first slap. Oh! Wow! And he rings the bell of Classic Lizard.
Ate it.
Wow. Classic Lizard's going to swallow that and shake it off.
Big first slap. He took it nice.
Yeah, he did. Wow. Okay. And now we have Boston Slapper. He trains with Team Biscuit. Look at him. He's going to flex these lats. Got a nice, mean look on his face. This guy just completely changed in that moment.
Tuck that chin a little bit.
Now, sometimes the taller guys, as you know, Mark, will lean over the barrel. That's a problem. Look at him. He knows to stay far from the barrel.
That's a big target. He could tuck it a little more.
All right, this is fantastic. Look at this guy.
1, 2,
here's your windup.
3.
Oh! Holy smokes, Mark!
I told you that chin was up.
Classic Lizard's going to take a knee here out of respect. And the Boston Slapper just took him 15 minutes to fall down. This is a big dude. But you can see by the look on his face, he's not hurt. He just might have some hurt feelings here. Again, he trains with Team Biscuit. His defense there looks fantastic, impeccable. Hit the ground and immediately popped up. So we definitely have a gamer here. And Classic Lizard now has to be careful not to adrenaline dump. Each competitor has 60 seconds after receiving a slap to shake off the cobwebs and return to the barrel. And as you can see here, rolling into round 2, the Boston Slapper is back at the barrel. Here we go.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, and wow. What a great slap. And again, the Classic Lizard eats it and stays in the pocket. Wow.
Solid chin.
Now, Classic Lizard made the choice to put on a little bit of weight here, and I can see where it's helped his game. He was right. He was a little bit light. He cut weight for his first fight, and yeah, I can see here he's definitely got a chin, And he's shown us that he's got some power. And now he's got a real opportunity.
Brings him in.
Look at the intensity in the face of the Boston Slapper. Here we go.
2, 3.
Oh, and another good shot, but the Boston Slapper only dazed for a second.
Wow.
You can see him recover quickly, and now we've got a warning for stepping.
Gives him the thumbs up and the step.
Now, the Boston Slapper played that off really well, but as you probably saw, there was a little stumble step there, and a little bit of power. Oh, there you can see again. He's going to need to be careful here because those things are probably apparent to the judges. And Boston Slapper's having a great time here. In his corner is his teammate, Firecracker.
He was very, very confident backstage talking to him.
Yeah, these guys really, really want the Boston Slapper to be part of the SlapFIGHT family, and this is his opportunity. But Classic Lizard did not come here to lose.
2, 3.
Oh, and he eats another one, Mark. Holy smokes.
What a chin.
Wow.
Didn't faze him at all.
This is a great fight. Classic Lizard came down, brought his wife and his father. Last time he came to visit, he brought his daughter, his wife. He's a family guy, loves the sport. But when it's time to compete, this guy is all about moving forward. And now you can see the Boston Slapper's a little bit nervous here. He's a little bit nervous. This is going to be his third slap. He's gone down once. He was dazed a second time. Currently, you can see that Classic Lizard is concealing that the inside of his mouth is bleeding. You could just see for a moment.
Just still showing that chin.
1.
Here's your windup.
2, 3.
Whoa! And Classic Lizard with another knockdown. Holy smokes! Wow! The Boston Slapper is hurt. He's going to take a few seconds here. Our medic's going to talk to him. He's asking us not to stop the fight. He's got 60 seconds here.
There you
He's
go.
saying he's okay.
Love it. Come on, brother. Get up.
Tough guy.
Get up.
Now, here's what happens when the medic enters the mat. When he steps onto the mat, the clock stops. So typically you've got 60 seconds to regain your composure. But in this case, with the medic on the mat, Boston Slapper has a little bit of an advantage here. He gets to kind of rest for a second and recover. But he is asking them to please not stop the fight. And as long as he's still cognizant, they will let him return.
Get up slow.
Wow, this is a tough guy here, Mark. Wow.
What a fight.
Okay, our official Dallin Gatling's going to have a conversation with him here just to make sure that he's okay to continue. And as always, fighter safety is key. People sometimes think this is a brutal sport, and they sometimes feel like it's just unsafe, but the rules are in place for a reason, and so far we've had the good fortune to not have any serious injuries. And as I'm saying that to you, Mark, I'm seeing the fingerprints on the jawline there. Those were perfect slaps by Classic Lizard.
Just temporary.
I mean, that's unbelievable.
Just temporary, but what, 6 years? Doing good.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. All right, the Boston Slapper is about to make the decision here if he's going to step back to the barrel and compete or if he's going to tap. And it looks like
brother. He's going to play.
He looks like he's going to step back in here, but this is a gut check.
Still knock him out.
It's a gut check moment, Mark.
He can get the knockout.
He's come a long way. He's done a lot of work. He's got nothing left to prove. He's competed. He looked good. Because you can tell by looking at his face that right now he's not totally confident, but I think he's going to go ahead and stay in it for his team and for his coaches. And anything can happen. This is a big old boy, Mark. A big one. Here we go.
Needs a big one right here.
Well,
knockout, he wins.
It's kind of inappropriate.
Yeah.
He's got a nice, mean face. I like to see him make that in the face-off.
1, 2, 3.
Wow. Oh, my gosh. And Classic Lizard is eating some bombs tonight. That's a fourth shot to the jaw. And Classic Lizard is standing here about to win this fight. All he needs is to touch this guy one more time on the button, and it's going to be a wrap. And you can see now Boston Slapper, he's going to go ahead and employ that great defense. Just enough of a shoulder roll, just enough of a chin tuck, but not against the rules. Look at this. Oh, my gosh. And that's going to be a nice slap, but it doesn't get it done.
A little bit short.
And the Slapper's confidence is building here, Mark. Now, if I'm his corner man, I'm not going to touch him, but I'm going to tell him just to stay still for a second here and recover, bud. He's stumbling all over here like C-3PO. This is not necessarily the best look, but he is on his feet.
Just, he's going to need a few milkshakes tonight. That'll help a lot, I would think.
Okay, now he's going to fiddle around here with his elbow, with his shoulder.
Strategy.
Looks like he's okay. I don't know about any pre-existing conditions here, but he may be somebody that suffers from a shoulder injury here, or he could be looking for a way out, Mark. I've had a few conversations with him over the last couple days, man. And, uh-oh.
Come on, brother.
He didn't seem like a guy that would
Come
tap.
on.
Okay, he's going to have the medic look at his bicep here. We may have a torn bicep. And if that's the case, we're going to have a TKO win here for the Classic Lizard. You can see he's jazzed.
And
that's going to be it, Mark. Classic Lizard moves his record to 1 win and 1 loss. And absolutely well-deserved. The Classic Lizard with a big win. Let's go down to the barrel and our host, the Space Cowboy.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get you in here. We've got, man, that was a good matchup.
Thank you.
All right, man. This is the third fight?
Third. Yes,
third fight. First win?
First win,
All
yeah.
right, man. Well, he was no slouch.
No, he wasn't. He's a hard slapper.
Right. Well, I mean, he slapped so hard he tore his bicep, man. So, I mean.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
that's something.
Well, you've obviously been training, putting the work in since the last couple of fights. You've been studying some film, studying some tape?
I have.
It helped tremendously, doesn't it?
It does. I want to thank Frank the Tank for giving me some pointers. He's an excellent guy.
Absolutely.
Excellent guy. Mark Coleman, I love you, brother. You gave me some pointers as well. Thank you, guys. I love it. I'm looking forward to coming back.
Wins going home to Raven Den, right?
Absolutely.
And let's get a little bit of background on the name, man. I need to know where the name came from.
I was about 14 years old and I signed up for Sony PlayStation, and they automatically gave me the screen name Classic Lizard.
Thank you, PlayStation.
And it stuck.
And it stuck.
It stuck. I'd like to give a shout out to my daughter, whom is pregnant. Madison, I love you.
All right. Madison, congratulations, Classic Lizard. Congratulations, sir. Good win.
Thank you.
Good win. Good win, sir.
All right, I'm here with Bad Influence, and Bad Influence, you were another one that got your feet wet a little bit by starting off with slap poker last time, and you won it.
I did.
Out of nowhere, you were going against 3 veterans. You ended up being the winner, and I think there was a little bit skill involved, like strategy rather than just the slapping. Because, but that was a great way to kind of introduce yourself to the sport.
Absolutely.
But now you're going all out, right?
Yeah, all out. I'm standing.
Yeah.
That's all.
And who you competing against?
Executioner.
Executioner. And you told me that your son actually, it wasn't because of him, but he was trying to matchmake that fight, right?
Yeah, he was.
So
he's a big fan of SlapFIGHT. He knows all the guys. He's like, he got me watching on YouTube. Dad, come watch these slaps. Come watch these slaps.
And you're like, who's this guy? He tells you, right?
Yeah, and we watched the slap poker thing. He's like, Dad, you're a hero. He's like, I can't believe you're my dad.
Awesome.
And he's
and
like,
how old is he?
He's 7.
Okay.
And he smacks like he's 12.
So
Yeah, he's a beast.
Practice with your son.
Oh yeah, for sure. And he told me, he's like, Dad, your match. He said, good match would be the Executioner.
The Executioner.
I said,
right?
Dad, I want you to knock him out too. So,
okay. Oh well, now there's a little pressure.
There's a little pressure.
All right. Anything you took from the slap poker that you want to apply to the match tomorrow night?
Just the rules, man. No clubbing, no stepping, and
which is a little bit different because you didn't really have to worry about that as much with slap poker, right?
Right. Okay.
And your goal is to make your name for yourself, get a W, and try to get signed. Is that right?
Absolutely. That's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
All right, man. Well, good luck to you. All
right. Thank you.
One of the most unintentionally comical slappers in the league has always been the Mexico City native, the Executioner. After losing his first 5 matches at light heavyweight, the masked slapper took a hiatus from the sport, but returned in 2024, finally bringing home his first victory at Turf Wars. Competing now at middleweight, the luchador of slap hopes to make a run at the top of the SlapFIGHT rankings.
The following contest is a middleweight matchup scheduled for 7 rounds. Introducing first, weighing in at 205 pounds, from Rockaway Beach, Missouri, Bad Influence. And his opponent, donning the black jersey, weighing in at 205 pounds, from Mexico City, Mexico, the Executioner.
Watch that cord, buddy. I'm coming right around.
All right, and here we go. It's the Executioner, Mark Coleman, on the left, and the new guy, Bad Influence, on the right. And I can't wait to see how this goes down. Most of the fights on tonight's card are middleweight fights. This one is no exception. This is a new weight class for the Executioner, and so far he's doing quite well at this new weight class. But as always, he's going to have to remove the mask and reveal his ugly to the fans before we slap. And it looks like Bad Influence has won the coin toss, and so he will have the first slap.
You know, always chaos when Executioner's in town, but Bad Influence, I think he's ready to roll this one. He looks really good backstage on the pad.
All right, the Executioner. He's been competing at SlapFIGHT Championship off and on for about 2 years now, and he's recently returned with a vengeance. And tonight he's looking to put together his second win at the Barrel. Now, you can see here these guys are they're playing a few games here, Mark.
Yeah, playing games.
You can see the Executioner trying to keep his hips away from the barrel.
Chin down, chin up. It looks a little up right now.
A lot of gamesmanship here. Here we go.
Watch out, everybody.
Duck face. Oh, and he eats a solid shot but stays on his feet. And look at bad influence, Mark.
Stump. Yeah, this guy's.
Oh, the line official's going to call him for stepping.
No, not a good start there.
All right, Cowboy. That's a big stepping violation, so that's going to be a warning. And if he steps again, he's going to lose a turn, and that's going to be rough. Okay, the Mexicutioner, Mark, just got the absolute piss slapped out of himself. And he's got a chance to return fire here. But the Mexicutioner is a mystery. Sometimes he takes a lot of damage. Other times he looks for the way out. Let's see what happens tonight.
What was he up to last night usually is what matters.
I did see on his social media that he's here in Branson, Missouri, having a good old time with his family. I think he went live several times, and I won't say what he was doing, but he wasn't preparing for the fight. The last time I saw Bad Influence, he was outside slapping a stack of tires, getting his palm ready for tonight. All right, but the Mexicutioner has been here before. You can tell by the look on his face that he does have 2 eyes and a mouth. And so he's going to go ahead and measure, and here we go. Here's your windup. Super slow. Okay, nice slap. And it looks like Mexicutioner seems to think that he clubbed Bad Influence, but I don't know that he did.
What is going on in his mind?
I don't think he clubbed it. It looked like a clean slap. But now our lead official, Dallin Getling, is going to have a conversation with him. And Bad Influence loves the slap game. Former lightweight champion Raven brought Bad Influence to us. He competed in an exhibition fight with our slap poker testing last month.
That says a lot right there.
He's been waiting a long time for this opportunity, and you can tell he is ready.
2, 3.
Holy smokes! Wow!
Still there.
Bad Influence with another hard shot, but he's going to get a stern talking to here by Dallin Getling. Now, these fighters all had a rules meeting, a very in-depth rules meeting with the officials before the show. The heel of the hand can touch the chin, but it cannot extend any deeper than the tip of the chin. And that's why these guys are wearing these black wristbands on their wrists. That allows the judge on the other side of the barrel, the one that you can't see because he's behind the camera, that allows that judge to judge the depth of how deep the heel of the hand goes. If the wristband extends any deeper than the chin, then that's a clubbing violation. And so that's how we keep the brains as safe as possible while slapping the piss out of each other. Now, Bad Influence is ready for action. He wants to go 7 rounds tonight. He told me he wants a big knockout, but he wants it in the 7th round. He wants to get some slaps in. He wants to get some experience, and he wants a contract, Mark Coleman, with Slap Fight Championship.
He sure does. Get one, earn that with a knockout, though. Or a 7-fight win. Many ways to get it. Just got to look good.
Okay, he's got no towel. He's just opting to grab his own wrist here, and that's not allowed. Okay, here we go. No fear in his eyes.
He's got his chin up there pretty good.
Sometimes when the Mexicutioner slaps, he looks like Robert De Niro.
That's a big target.
Okay, so the Mexicutioner tries some weird kind of chop suey type stuff. I think Dallin just told him it was dumb. I don't know that it's against the rules, but it was a kind of a weird slap, and the Mexicutioner always up to try new things, but in this case, that was just kind of a weird little wind-up there. You know, Dallin Getling's telling him if you're going to do your Robert De Niro impression, you got to do some dialogue with it. You can't just make the face, and that's fair. That's fair. All right, Bad Influence going to do some more calisthenics here, and it's time for the Mexicutioner all the way from Mexico City, Mexico.
Slap Kage there. He'll talk your ear off if you let him.
He's going to slide in here and see if he can take another one of these big ham hocks to the side of the face. All right, here comes his Robert De Niro. He's going to make a little bit of a duck face here.
Better duck face this time.
1, 2,
oh, look how serious.
3.
Woo! Holy smokes. The Mexicutioner, he's fought several times at the barrel. He's only been knocked down once in his entire career. And I remember, Mark, because you dropped him. Slap Fight 23.
I didn't think he gave him a chance to catch himself. His head never touched the ground, so I didn't drop him officially.
I think you officially dropped him.
Back then, you were allowed to grab him.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, and I am saying this in jest because I can see that the Executioner is cognizant. He's talking to the officials. I'd love to see him stand up and get back to the barrel, but we have not seen the Executioner stand up and continue to fight.
He's thinking hard.
Yeah, this is. Look at this guy. He's so excited. He's jazzed. He can't even hardly keep his mouthpiece in. Fantastic matchup, Mark Coleman. The Executioner versus Bad Influence. Bad Influence looks like he's ready to fight. I tell you what, this is a new face here. I would not be surprised if we did not decide to give Bad Influence a contract here tonight with SlapFIGHT Championship. This guy is on fire.
That's what he was telling me. That's
Frank
what
the Tank.
he dreams of. That's what he wants, is that SlapFIGHT contract. He's looking good right now.
Yeah, really fantastic work tonight. Now, the Executioner is no slouch. At any point, he could touch you in the right spot, Mark, and drop you. And I mean you personally. And I think that the Executioner is going to do some weird little warm-ups here. He wants to
another shoulder.
Yeah, he wants to just make sure he still has the entire arm. And now we're going to see the wind-up. Man, I tell you what, every time he slaps this guy, the water goes flying. Bad Influence is just completely soaked with sweat. He's jazzed out of his mind. He was working out in the parking lot in front of the building earlier. He was slapping tires. He was running back and forth. This dude is ready to fight.
Yeah, the Executioner hits hard. He's just making him look soft.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. Now, Slap Kage is going to tell him just to calm down. And maybe try and make a different face this time. Maybe an angry face or a concerned face, or maybe like you're looking at a long distance. But no, we're going back to the duck here, and the duck's not working. Okay, we got a little bit of shenanigans here. Bad Influence tells him, he said, hold your face still so I can hit you. Oh, and he slaps the absolute bejesus out of the guy.
He's calling for a foul. Executioner is, but
okay, the Executioner now, he's going to milk this. He is a showman.
Up. Look at that lump on that face.
He is a showman.
Look at that crooked lump. Jesus.
He's going to do everything he can to draw the penalty here because the Executioner wants the win. But Bad Influence, he says, okay, give me the penalty. My bad. Get 3 more rounds here. He's got a lot of work. He's already got a knockdown and a half here. You can go ahead and wipe. He's 6 pounds of moisture on his face. Started the fight as a middleweight. By the time we're finished, he's going to be a welterweight.
Slap Kage with the information.
he's going to give him a dissertation here on slap fighting. And it looks like the Executioner's listening. He's telling him, he's saying, listen, what you want to do is slap your hand as fast as you can into his face.
You got that pizza coming real soon tonight. Something to wash it down.
All right, the Executioner's coming back up here. It's his turn to do some damage. And Bad Influence is not afraid, but again, Bad Influence is not new to the scene. He's watched every fight, and he knows that this is a dangerous man. Man, look at that. It's like the dad from the El Fockers. And the Executioner is in it, and he almost knocks himself down.
Never seen that before. Look at that.
Wow, what a nice slap, and the kid just absolutely swallows it. Wow. We got some fantastic new prospects here, Mark. This one, oh no, we've got a stepping warning. Oh no. So the Executioner now has a warning for stepping. If he steps again, he's going to lose a turn. And with a match that's already tilted in his opponent's favor, he needs to try to clean it up a little bit and put something together, Coleman.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, my gosh. Bad Influence with another absolute monster slap. This man came here to compete. He's got some talent. And I can tell you right now, this is not going to be the last time we see Bad Influence at the barrel. Wow.
Both these guys performing tonight.
Wow. The Executioner looks like he walked into an electric fence. This guy is just getting mollywopped tonight. But he's still in the fight. Anything can happen, and the Executioner has what it takes to win. He's looking at this guy. He's trying to think about, maybe I should hit him in the nose. Maybe I should hit him in the neck. What do I do? The guy won't go down.
That is a big, big lump on your cheek.
Been in the fight business a long time, Mark. I can tell when a guy's looking for a way out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The Executioner is going to go ahead and call it.
Oh, no. I hate to see
Well, let's hope he's okay. Let's make sure the fighter's okay, but it looks like Bad Influence is going to go ahead and take home his first victory. He absolutely lumped up the Executioner.
He said he was going to shine, and he sure did.
Wow.
We'll see him again.
Tell you what, the Executioner is going to go back to the medical tent, and we're going to go down to the barrel to the Space Cowboy.
All right, Bad Influence. Making the debut tonight?
No, I did a slap poker.
Oh, yeah, okay, all right. Well, so that's a big win over the Executioner, man. They stopped it. I guess he had a cut in there. So I mean, so you've been doing the homework. You've been studying everybody.
Yeah, I have been. Raven. He's my guy.
He knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing.
Let me ask you this: it's got to be an advantage going into SlapFIGHT, especially being a newer guy, when you can go back and look at some of these guys that you're going to be facing, correct?
Correct.
Because obviously when these guys haven't really seen you slap or only have one, they have no film to study, right?
Right.
So
that's true. I got maybe the upper hand. My son, he's 7 years old. He loves every one of these guys. These guys are his heroes.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
He picks the guys. He's like, yeah, you'd be good against that one. So, So I do my homework on him.
Bad Influence. Where'd you get that name?
Oh man,
or is that just something you are? Is that just something you are?
I am. We'll just leave it at that.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your winner, Bad Influence.
Congratulations, man. Appreciate that.
All right, I'm here with Okie Savage. So I'm guessing you're from Oklahoma?
Yes, sir.
And you have a little bit of a shiner, it looks like. I didn't notice it until we got in the lights.
Yeah.
Is there a story to that you don't mind sharing?
Yeah, on Tuesdays I go down to the gym with my buddies and we just kind of, fight around a little bit, roll around on the mats.
Like using gloves, hopefully?
A little bit, sometimes.
So let me clarify. So is this like MMA training or you just...
Oh, no,
just buddies
call it what you want.
Together?
We just go down there and have fun, go down there and fight.
That's awesome. Okay, so obviously slapping is nothing to you.
No, yeah, I love it.
Okay, and how'd you hear about it? What brought you into it?
Oh, I just been watching on TV. I see it on the internet all the time. I do professional arm wrestling, so one of my buddies does it, and He gave me a call and told me to come down here and try it. Thought I'd be good, so here I am.
Right? Trying to get a W, trying to get
that W, baby.
Trying to get signed up?
Trying to get signed up.
What do you know about your opponent?
I don't know much. I know that his name's Demon, and I know that he's done this, and this is not his first time to do it.
Right.
So.
Right, so he's got a little bit of advantage with experience. You ever watched some video on him, or?
Yeah, I saw some video on him.
Okay.
I mean,
all right, man.
I don't know him at all.
Yeah. So, do you have anything that you learned from that you're going to try to implement or take advantage of?
I'm just gonna try to keep it clean, no clubbing. You know.
Yeah. I mean, that's half the battle.
No fouls.
Yes.
No loose points. You know.
Yep. That's half the battle. It really is. So good. Well, that arm wrestling, I've learned really, that training really does come into play and helps out with the slappers.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If you've got an arm wrestling background, you usually do pretty well. So I'm sure you'll do great.
Well, thank you.
All right. Well, good luck.
So. Thank you.
Journeyman slapper Demon is a retired mixed martial artist who made his debut at the barrel at SlapFIGHT 20 in 2022. Competing as a heavyweight, Demon lost his first 5 contests before dropping to middleweight and clinching his first victory. His